And here I am. And both the microphone and the desktop audio bars are showing that the audio is coming through. The last time I streamed, I didn't realize that my computer audio sources had gotten messed up. So I talked to myself for a solid 3 minutes until chat showed up. People showed up in chat and were like, hey, Gata, whatever you're saying, we can't hear it. And I just ruined. I just wasted that glorious monologue. I'll never re-say it, as that would ruin the special moment, I feel. I feel like you all need to feel as though you missed something. Something was taken from you, and you will never be able to receive it again. The universe denied you this, and I will not lessen that blow. For whatever reason, the universe decided that you deserved this, and who am I to question its judgment? But here we are. It is a Tuesday. I just got off from the worst work week I have had in my new position. And it wasn't even like I want to quit over it. It was just, oh, this is when the real work hits. This is what it's like when it is busy. And I absolutely was not prepared for it. Lots of sounds, lots of yelling, not angry yelling, just, just loud. And my autistic ass almost went nonverbal. I was so overstimulated. My manager just looked at me and said, I'm buying you sushi. And then they did. And it was actually pretty good sushi. It did kind of help. I went home and I cried about it, and I went to work the next morning and it was back to a normal schedule. And I was like, okay, so themed events are nightmares. Got it. But other than that, but I'm done. I survived. I made it through, and I am now here to play Minecraft. I fixed Minecraft, by the way, guys. Did you know? Did you know that Minecraft was broken for me? Last time we streamed Minecraft was 2 weeks ago now? 2 fucking weeks of no Minecraft, of no cube. We finally made progress in Stardew Valley for once. It's just like significant, consistent progress, but at the cost. At what cost? At what cost? The cost, of course, being Minecraft time. And I figured out what was doing it too. So this is only interesting for anybody who uses Minecraft mods and will understand this. But basically, I use CurseForge for the mod pack that I run, the client-side mod pack that I run, to make Haycraft look great. We have very few required mods on Haycraft to make it so that any streamer in our group can log on with minimal effort. We didn't want to make it here's 50 required mods you have to run, because that's a nightmare, right? So most of my mods are client-side alterations to make my stream run easier for me. And one of those was crashing. One of the updates fucked around with the renderer, and something at Aya's base just would not render, would not load, so it would crash. And I figured out what it was. It was fucking Moonlight Lib, which is a library mod. I don't even know why I installed Moonlight Lib, because that's generally used for Forge mods more than Fabric, and I run a Fabric mod pack. But it was there. I imagine it was a vestigial download from when I was testing client-side mods out back when I first started Haycraft in July. Which, by the way, we started Haycraft in July. That was a while ago now. It feels like it was ages ago. July is a lifetime ago, I say, nearing the end of October. But yeah, no, Haycraft has been going for a hot minute, which is neat. But I guess eventually all of the various mod updates cause a conflict with Moonlight Lib, which was running despite no mod that needed it being in the mod pack. CurseForge does this thing where if you download a mod, it will automatically download all the requirements to go along with it to make sure it works for you. So I guess that was a leftover from a previous version of the mod pack. I don't remember what, but c'est la vie. So once I removed it, everything was hunky-dory. I did have to individually enable and disable about 50 mods before I figured it out. Because like Moonlight starts with an M. I go letter by letter. So I disable all of the A mods. All the mods start with an A, and then I run Minecraft. If it crashes, well, wasn't those. Then I disable all of the B mods. I'll run Minecraft again. If it crashes, well, wasn't those. And I finally got to M, and I'm like, aha, so it's one of the M mods. So then I have to one by one load up the M mods to figure out which one causes the crash. And Moonlight, M-O, that took a minute. I spent a whole morning on this, and I finally found it, and it's been fixed, and it's been solved, and it's been great. It's good. I can play Minecraft again. I am so happy. Let me just real quick, make sure that all of my pings. Oh gosh. This has nothing to do with anything. I just got a message that I had to immediately respond to. And no one in chat, not that anyone's in chat right now, is going to care. I don't need to include this into the VOD, but I might as well. It's cube time. Cube means that we just talk about dumb shit. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Howdy, farmhands. My name is Gata, and welcome to the stream. Once again, somehow, despite it all, we are back on the Haycraft server. It's been a minute, and I think we actually left off where we left off. I don't think I've moved my character from where the game crashed last time. So hopefully we can just pick up where we left off. There we go. Oh, for a split second. For a split second, I thought it wasn't going to load in, but here we are. Oh, thank God. We left off right where we left off, in the middle of the ocean going to Aya's. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's been 2 weeks. If you're watching the VOD, then you probably recently saw the last Haycraft stream. I have no context for that. I don't go back. I don't rewatch my VODs. That's for people who weren't there for stream. That's not for me. That's not for the streamer Gata. I experience it in the moment, and then I push it away, and I avoid thinking about it ever again. That's how drop ops for the dump is directly behind you. Up here. Oh, have we been... Oh... But this was a drop-off chest. This was labeled drop-off. Come on, Aya. Come on, Aya. I followed the rules. White dye for the dump. Green dye for the dump. Gravel for the dump. Sand for the dump. Oh, actually. Do I have... I don't think I have any sand stores to contribute to this. I do have random whatnot to contribute to the bone meal, so I could probably bring some bone meal. And what's this? This is making cooked cod. I do not have fish for the cooked cod, so I cannot help with that, unfortunately. But I can help with other stuff, which is nice. I've forgotten why we even came here. But since we are here, server will be restarting in 5 minutes? God damn it. No, they do not have any cobble. They have barely any worthwhile stone. No sense in me bothering that. Okay. All right. Well, this trip was for naught. I will be reminded in the next, hour. Tegan will come online and be like, I have made some very, very specific notes. I know exactly what you were doing and why. And my condolences. Hey, Moral Compass Gaming, Rocky, welcome in. I still have not gotten used to your name change. I am so used to just on reflex assigning a nickname to usernames that I don't recognize immediately that I'm like, aha, a new person. I get that. Yeah. Also, hopefully you like the new Toast chat. The Toasts don't hang around as long as I would like them to. I don't know if I can alter that. I got content creator integrations running. No redeems, but the chat has been altered, so it's no longer taking up all the space on my screen at all times. It does mean I have to be a little faster at responding to people, so it makes more sense for the VOD. But Hopefully when a lot of people join in chat, it'll be a little more dynamic, I guess? Question mark? Maybe? What's funny is that the chat box widget that I have now, the chats are supposed to fade away. It's been configured to do that. They just don't. They just sit there. And I haven't taken the time to find a replacement chat widget because I like the look of the one that I have. I love a good question mark. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Hello. What is that? Oh, is this Maru's base? Okay, so this is Allegro, so that's Maru's base. What on earth is she building? I like the change in palette between the regular stone and the deep slate. That looks really nice. I don't know what it is, and I don't think I will know what it is. Oh well. At least it's a landmark, so I know when to take a left at Albuquerque. That's a cool chat mod. Neb, this comes pre-programmed into CCI. If you don't do anything else with CCI, this will work out the box as long as you put your Twitch name in there. So just so you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, just so you know. Is it an Archer Tower? Maybe? I don't know what, eyes emoji, there we go. I don't know what enemies Maru would have that they would need an Archer Tower, but also, I know very little about how Maru has been playing on the server. I only get to pop into Maru streams on Haycraft like once in a blue moon, and then it's only for like 10 minutes. Usually because she streams when I am busy doing other things. Have my chests just not rendered at this distance, or are they gone? Please tell me. There they go. There they pop in. Oh, thank God. My stomach. My heart fell into my stomach, and I was panicking for a minute, like, where are my chests? Where's my cobblestone? I can't build the cube without copious amounts of cobblestone. Hello? What is this? Here's your cherry wood and saplings, you crazy thing. Ooh. Oh, yeah. This is from all that kelp that we sent Maru, like, 2 months back. But Maru was receiving higher education. So that man's still on the roof. Off he goes into the sunset. Oh man. The server will be restarting in 1 minute because God hates me. We'll just have to live with that, everyone. We'll just have to live with that and get to work. Hi guys. How are we today? It is a Tuesday for me. And I need to share with you, for the VOD, context about what happened during the opening segment. I received a message from the Digimon Discord group, which is my good friend Mana. You know that reaction image of the fish at SpongeBob who's like seated at a table at the Krusty Krab, looking over his shoulder very worriedly, like something is behind him? You know? That emote, that reaction image. Mana posted that because spoilers for the new Digimon movie. By the way, there's a new Digimon movie. In honor of Digimon 02's anniversary. Well, there's that. Hold on. The server's restarting. Just give it a moment. Just give it a second. It'll boot back up. Trash fire, oh, it doesn't show, okay. So it doesn't show the emotes, which makes sense because then Minecraft would have no way to pull those images from Twitch to make them visible on my clients. Interesting. Server, you're booting back up, right? You're booting back up, right, server? Server? Hey, server? Uh-oh. Hold on. Server, you good? Uh-oh, hold on. Let me just quietly pull up my browser and go look at the server logs. Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Okay, Firefox, do your thing. Pull up the Haycraft panel. Pull up. Hold on. Wait. Refresh. Server, please. No. All right. I'm logging in. I'm going to my server. Sometimes it takes 3 to 5 minutes. It normally doesn't, though. I go to my servers. I go to my console. Dance for us, Lego boy. Oh, no. Okay. Internal web server has stopped, it says. It saved all the chunks. All right, I'm gonna stop it myself. I'm gonna personally stop it. The server has received the stop command. It's taking a minute. Uh-oh. The good news is the server is backed up as of yesterday. I did some internal maintenance on it. All right. The server has received the stop command, but Multicraft is not letting me restart it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Give me a minute. Let me refresh the console. I don't want to, like, show you guys what's going on simply because I don't know if it'll, like... I don't want anyone to hack us, you know? And I don't know... All right. Am I gonna have to kill the fucking server? Okay. So the server shut down properly. Let's restart it. Fingers crossed. It was working fine yesterday. All right, the server is starting. It's loaded config. Yeah, that's valid. All of the mods are loading fine. Points. Kill! It seems to be stuck. Oh, no, wait. It's initializing. Okay. It's loaded all of its plugins. That's good. The server is started. The world is being prepared. The dimensions overworld is being prepared. It is just taking a minute. The spawn era is preparing. 1%. 74%. The voice chat server has been started. Okay. It's happening. It's alive. It's alive. But can I connect to it is the question. Square map is out of date, but I knew that. Oh. Oh, thank God. My fucking heart. My fucking heart. My blood pressure can't handle this. Please. Please, God. I just want to play Minecraft. There we go. Oh. Okay, we're back. Oh, God. I was like, do I just play Pokemon? Do I do some survival stuff? Do I end the stream and just go back to bed? Like, what do I do now? How do I come back from this whole 2 weeks of no Minecraft and the millisecond? The millisecond, I think everything's gonna work fine. Everything's coming up, gotta. Oh, y'all, I'm jumping from story to story here because my coffee is just kicking in, but everything was not coming up, gotta, the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday, holy shit. Well, let me finish one story before we get to the next one, okay? Digimon. I was telling you about in the VOD how in the before stream started segment, I was talking to the Void and telling them all about how I had to respond to this message in the group chat. Digimon Adventure 02 is having a new movie, and Digimon Adventure has had a bit of a rocky relationship with its movies over the last decade or so. Digimon Tri was a series of 7 theatrical releases that was not well received by anyone, really. And they ended up having to make another movie, Kizuna, as sort of an apology. They went back and they said, yeah, no, we're going to focus on like the actual lore of the series and the characters, and like the other movie was, because Kizuna was better, right? But now Digimon Zero 2 is having a movie, which was a sequel series to Digimon Adventure. And from what the spoilers of the movie are, from people who have seen like a leaked version of it is they're retconning large swaths of deep lore. The original Digimon Adventure had a bunch of its story told exclusively through tie-in material. The original author of the story had to write a novel series to make sure that all of the lore stuff that they couldn't fit into the anime was out there. And even then, the novel series wasn't completed. It got through the first series, the first show, and never got around to adapting Zero 2 to add in all the juicy stuff from there. And Digimon Tri called upon the novel lore to like make it like anime canon. When are we gonna see your boy? Well, we did see him in a small segment of Kizuna. No spoilers for Kizuna, but he does appear alongside a bunch of the other kids from the Zero 2 World Adventure arc, where they went around the world, to do some stuff. I don't remember what it was, but it's whatever. But he shows up in that, along with his Digimon, which was nice. Not a happy ending for them, but he was there, so they acknowledged he exists, so I'm happy with that. And honestly, Mako from Tri was there as well. And frankly, Mako deserved it. Mako got the short end of the stick because she was the new character introduced in Digimon Tri, who didn't have anything really interesting happening to her. Things just happened to her, and we had to live around that. But no, apparently, after Tri made lots of references to the novel's deep lore and everyone hated it, their response was to then say, fuck the lore, we're rewriting the lore. The original writer left the company because Tri was gonna be shit, so he said, fuck this, I'm out, and he left. And now they're just like, well, he's not here anymore. We don't have to respect that. So now there's going to be apparently significant retcons. So without actually spoiling anything that I know, I posted, my friend posted Digimon in the Digimon group chat, because I'm a nerd and I have a group chat for my Digimon friends, that spoilers say that they're fiddling around with lore and there's going to be retcons and shit. And I said, yeah, anybody who cares about the deep adventure lore is not going to have a good time. And my friend, who greatly cares about the deep adventure lore, responded after I went live with the SpongeBob fish looking over its shoulder worried meme. And I couldn't leave that hanging. I had to let them know. Yeah. Just yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah. Brace yourself. It's gonna be a fucking wild ride. But also, there was a significant issue with Digimon Tri specifically, where the writers of that movie series treated the Digimon partners as basically just fun animal pets. Oh, hello, hi, sorry, oh shit, oh fuck, oh god, oh geez, everything is happening at once. Can you die already, please? Can you please just die? Just go for it. You're already all skin and bones. You're halfway there. There we are. Much better. Thank you. Thank you. So Tri had a serious issue with treating all of the Digimon partners as just cute magic animal pets. And like, I'm not even going to say that's okay for Pokemon, but that's more the vibe you get when you have a party of like 6 animals and you can't give them all equal screen time. The Digimon partners are not Pokemon, and they all have their own unique personalities that was not properly shown off in Tri. We saw a teaser trailer today of like the opening animatic, the opening movie where the credits roll before the story hits, and it's just the main cast existing with their Digimon, and their Digimon visibly having personality and enjoying being there and spending time with their human partners. And I'm like, okay, even if they fuck with lore, like the deep lore of the overarching series, at least the writers know how to write Digimon now. Like this 3-minute segment feels more true to the Digimon that I remember than anything that happened during the previous 7 movies. Kizuna was much better with that, but also it only focused on a handful of human characters, so they had more space for the Digimon to exist. And even then, Digimon were more allegory than anything, but that's neither here nor there. So Digimon fandom is going to have a wild time come next month, I think. I think it's coming out in November, which I am very interested to see. Hopefully, they simulcast it somewhere that I have access to. When Tri came out, I subscribed to Crunchyroll explicitly to watch those movies the millisecond they were available, subbed. I spent so much money to watch all of Tri, even after I realized that I was going to hate it. No, I have to experience this day one. And of course, because of the Japanese time zones, it meant that I would wake up hours before my wife would ever be awake, run out to the couch, turn on the TV, and then sob into my pillow. The first couple of movies had me very emotional. I'm saying a lot for some reason. Is that a thing with me? Do I normally say a whole bunch when I do these talking segments? I haven't done one in a hot minute. So I actually am now just I'm becoming self-aware. I'm realizing, hey, wait a minute. Is this like a verbal tick with me, like a speech pattern thing? I'm hyper aware of it now. I am perceiving myself, and now I'm going out of my way to never say And it's actually kind of hard. I can feel my lips want to make this the shape, to make the sound, and I am stopping myself. I'm holding myself back. I'm being so strong. I'm being so brave for Papa. What else is going on in my life? Fuck, I just did it! I did it just then! God damn it! There was another story. Oh, right. The Week from Hell. So, the other day, I have a new job, right? And we get paid on Thursdays. And we got paid Thursday. And I looked at my bank account and I said, is that correct? And I went back over all the finances and went, holy shit, everything is paid. All the bills are paid. We have nothing outstanding. I'm going to get another paycheck for at least this amount in another 2 weeks, just in time for rent to come out, or the mortgage rather. I keep calling rent. We bought a house. It's mortgage. And I said, hey, to my wife, and I said, hey, listen, I'm on eBay right now, and there is a vintage Lego set, complete, from the year of our Lord 2000, and I want to offer 150 American dollars for it. Now, I know what you are thinking. I texted to my beautiful wife, but also this is aimed at the audience right now. That feels like a lot of money to drop at once, especially when my previous standard for buying Lego has been in $50 increments every other paycheck, so that I do not end up overindulging in bricks. I do have bills to pay. And so my wife said, if you're sure we have the money, then yes. I suppose you can do that. I trust you, which is very sweet of her. I am primarily responsible for our finances. Numbers swim in her head. My wife is a teensy bit dyslexic, so having me handle the finances and making sure that everything is paid and that telling her what our budget for a time period is just makes it so much easier for her. So she goes, I trust you, but also I can tell from the tone of her text that she's a little iffy, but she's like, trust your husband. He knows what he's doing, but also he is super hyper fixated on Legos right now, so this could be a mistake. I could be the only thing stopping him, but I'm gonna choose to trust him. And so I assured her, no, baby. Look at this number. This is what we have in our bank account after bills. And she goes, really? And I say, yes, really. So her response, hi, Maru. Welcome to the stream. So her response is, hey, buy me something nice too. So I said, okay. So I won. Not that Let me clean it up for you, mate. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. But thank you for the veg. You have now just swept under this rug. It's all lumpy. I can almost tell. Don't step on that. Don't. That was a tomato. You could have stepped on the turnip, but no, you chose the squishy wet one. Okay. Well, that's a problem for future Gata. I'll deal with that later. But yes, welcome to the stream. I'm talking about Lego. Finger slipped. It happens. It absolutely happens. I get it. I understand. So, she says, buy me something nice. I go, lol, okay. So I don't win on that bid. Someone else wins at the last second, but I did manage to get an almost complete set, the same set, for only 100. And I checked on Bricklink and Brick Owl, the sites that I use for buying individual Lego pieces, and I should be able to get all of the missing bits for less than 50, so technically I won in the end. I got it for even cheaper, especially as the set goes for like $300-400 complete on the aftermarket right now, and almost $6 or $7 if you happen to find it in a box. Right? This was a $90 set in 2000, and the price has just fucking ballooned. Not as bad as it could be, but still pretty fucking bad. So I was very happy. I'm like, shit, I have fun money. I got myself one of my childhood favorite Lego sets for very cheap. Everything is coming up Gata. The very next day, Sunday, everything stopped coming up Gata. And I hadn't realized that the winds had changed until halfway through the day. So my day job is more of a night job, but sometimes they have me come in at noon. I either work from 3 to 10, right? Or I work from noon to 8. And the noon to 8 is very rare. I'm primarily the 3 to 10 guy. And I like that job. I like those hours. It works for me. And we get our schedules weeks in advance. So I knew that I had a Sunday where I worked 12 to 8 and then had Monday off. You will note, I did not stream yesterday. I thought that it was, no, the other way around. I thought that the 12 to 8 and the Monday off were the same week. And I knew that next week I had Monday off. So therefore, that Sunday, I worked 12 to 8. No. I said to my wife, hey, darling, beautiful wife, seeing as it is our wedding anniversary, let us go out into the world with all this extra money we have, and let's go buy some fun stuff. Let's get you some Halloween candy. Let's get you some treats. Let's go to Ross. Let's go to Marshall. Let's get groceries while we're out there. We'll go to a place where we can sit down and eat. What about your favorite Italian restaurant? You want to go to your favorite Italian restaurant for lunch after we've done all this shopping with all of this extra money we have? Absolutely, it's going to be a great day. However, said I, since I have to work at 3 p.m., I'm going to bring my uniform with me, so you can just drop me off while we're in the area and then go home with all of our spoils. And she said, yes, this is like a wonderful date idea, dear husband. She didn't say it quite like that, but that's how I choose to portray it in the story. Let us do that. And so we went out and we did that. We went out, we went shopping, we had a ball, we were flirting the whole time, holding hands. It's our 7th wedding anniversary. We love each other very, very much. And then I'm like, wow, we haven't eaten anything all day. Let us go to that restaurant you love so much and have our anniversary meal. And on the way to our anniversary meal, it is 12:23. I remember this because this image of my phone screen with the message notification is burned into my retinas for the rest of my life. My manager says, hey, you know you were supposed to be here at noon, right? I did not know I was supposed to be there at noon. I haven't eaten all day. We have a ton of cold stuff in the back. My wife says, who's messaging you, babe? And I have to inform her that I fucked up. But oh no, the day where it stops coming up Gata does not stop there. So we rush to my day job and I go, okay, well, I mean, I haven't eaten anything, but I do have some cereal bars in my backpack. So when business gets slow, I can go and eat that, and that should tide me over till 8 o'clock. It was the busiest my location has ever been since I started working there. I can't tell you how busy it was, but I almost went nonverbal. I was so overstimulated. It was loud. It was yelly. I was having a bad time. And apparently, I looked like I was having a bad time to the point that my manager near the end of my shift looked me in the eyes and said, "I am buying you sushi." And so they bought me sushi, and I ate the whole roll. And I did feel a little better after that. But also, I went home and cried and then went to sleep. And everything was okay better after that. However, my brain was 100% fried. I was not long for this world. I was on autopilot. It was a bad day. So I was like, all right, well, I fucked up my wedding anniversary. I triple booked over a meeting. I had a VTuber meeting. I have a group of VTubers that I talk to about business stuff. And I forgot that I had agreed to a meeting on a day, the day after my actual wedding anniversary, because my actual wedding anniversary was on Saturday. But then we worked Saturday, so wedding anniversary stuff was moved to Sunday. So I had to cancel the meeting. I had to cancel my wedding anniversary date. I was late for my day shift. And then I get in the car after my shift. My wife picks me up. And she looks at me and she says, "Well, it's too late to go to Giovanni's, so let's go get Zaxby's. We both love Zaxby's. Let's get you some chicken tenders and some Zax sauce and a root boot," which is what we call a root beer. And maybe your day will be better after that. And so I, close to tears, said, "Okay, let's go get me a root boot and maybe I'll feel better." So we're in the fucking takeout line. We're in the drive-thru for this Zaxby's, and the car starts shaking. Not consistently, not violently, but it starts vibrating all on its own while we're idling in this Zaxby's drive-thru. And we both look at each other like, no, not on top of everything else. We can't have car issues. Are you serious? The engine shuts off. Just completely shuts off. And for a second, we can't get it turned back on. The engine won't turn back over. So we're like, did we really just stall out in the middle of this fucking Zaxby's drive-thru? Are you shitting me? The car did start. We got our food, and we very carefully drove it all the way home because Zaxby's isn't terribly far from our house. However, by the time we turned down our dirt road, the engine, which was still running, had mostly gone silent. We could no longer hear that the engine was running. We just knew that it was from the slight shaking of the vehicle whenever she hit the gas. And before we got into our driveway, my wife said to me, "We are essentially just coasting at this point." We pulled into our driveway, she hit the brakes, the car stopped, and the engine went put, and died. So, hi Sheila. Hey, gotta lurking and grading papers today, so I'm here for whatever harrowing adventure you're telling right now. If you look at my donation bar, you will notice that it has changed to an image of me dabbing to hide from the feelings, you see. Dabbing from the sadness. And also the title is Car Broke. We may have to buy a new vehicle. The day after we spent a large chunk of our fund money on Halloween candy and a large Bulbasaur plush for my beautiful wife. It has been a time. We have managed, we got her brother, who we refer to as Bubba, by the way. I'll refer to him as Bubba from now on. No doxing. Apparently Bubba is just what people in the South call their, like, brothers. Bubba. Which is kind of cute, but whatever. A real roller coaster, but Sheila, were it not for the laws of this fucking land, I swear to God. I swear to God. But no, yeah, it's been a roller coaster. So I have $100 worth of Lego coming in the mail that I can't return because it's through eBay and I legally signed up and said I would pay the money for it. And also a whole bunch of Halloween candy we'd already broken into for my beautiful wife, so we can't return that for more cash. We're not gonna die, right? Let me be clear, we're not destitute. We do only have like $1,000 for a down payment on a vehicle, which is not great. Because I don't know if you've seen car prices these days, but in our local area, they are trying to sell like 2008 to 2014 vehicles for the same price as their brand new 2020s. Like it is like comparable. Used cars are a hot commodity right now, and therefore their prices are ballooning. We can't just get a junker for cheapo anymore. It's a major investment no matter what you buy. So at this point, we're like, yeah, we're gonna need, if we wanna have a decent monthly payment, we need at least $2,000 for a down payment, and we just blew half of our fund money. Ah! So yeah, if you guys have a couple dollars you wanna toss our way, I wouldn't say no. We'll be fine. Our roommate has been very kind vis-a-vis rides. I get paid Thursday, and then Thursday after that should be from my crazy day at work. I think I have mentioned that my job is a tip pool, and I have been told that the check I'm getting is going to be very nice. Hon hon baguette, very nice. So hopefully, but it's an inconvenience. It's an inconvenience. It's a nightmare. But I do have good news for individuals who are not part of the server group that I am in. Content creator integrations has been updated for 1.20.1, which means soonish, not today, but soonish, donations to my channel will come with fun in-game events. So now you'll be able to poke and prod me and bully me and do terrible, terrible things to me and make the streamer dance in exchange for cold hard cash, which is good news for you guys, but also good news for me. I do like money. Money is great. Money is fun. And if it is fun enough, then it means people will come in and they'll throw $1 here or there to spawn anvils over my head every once in a while. And we'll all have a great laugh and great Twitch clips, and I'll finally be a good Minecraft streamer. I know, you've been waiting for it for so long. Gotta finally becoming a good Minecraft streamer, an entertaining, funny, and worthwhile to watch Minecraft streamer. I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am. Here I fucking am. All right. Show of hands, chat. We're switching topics now. How many people are going to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie this Friday? I will not be in that audience. However, I'm actually really interested to finally see how the movie comes out. Despite my issues with FNAF as a franchise, and Scott, not at all. I have much better things to do. Understandable. Completely understandable. Completely understandable. My opinion of Scott Cawthon as a writer. I have been watching every trailer for this movie aggressively for one thing and one thing alone. The fucking puppeteering. Jim Henson Works did such an amazing fucking job on those animatronic suits. On the actual animatronic. They are so good! They're so much better than I mean, it's Jim Henson Works, right? Of course the puppets are good. I just never in a million years ever thought that Five Nights at Freddy's was going to have good-looking animatronic characters. Oh shit, I didn't realize they were done by Henson. I might actually have to see this now. Dang, I don't want to watch the movie in theaters, but I do want to they've started showing some behind-the-scenes stuff of the actors. So there's two versions of the suits, right? There's the full body suits for when the animatronics have to visibly move across an area, which a human wears, and then the facial expressions are done via radio control. Similar to how Jim Henson, I think it was Jim Henson Works did it, the TMNT movies back in the 90s. Those were full body suits with radio controlled facial expressions. So it's very similar to that. But then they also have the standing ones for when they do not need to move, which is when they're like doing the proper like on the stage moving around movements, which is fantastic to me. And they've been doing some behind the scenes stuff where they show off like them fitting the actors up with the suits. There's one really cute clip where the actor for Chica is handed the cupcake, and they like pantomime Chica like reaching out and doing grabby hands like, yes, please give me my cupcake, and then glaring at anyone who gets too close to her cupcake. And I'm like, I want more of that. I want to see that so badly. Show me all the behind scenes footage. I still prefer the Skeksis suits. They're not radio controlled, but they're aircraft cable armatures. That said, they're so much more expressive. I have not watched the Netflix Dark Crystal show. It is Dark Crystal, right? Yes, Dark Crystal. My mind said from Black Crystal, and I said that's not correct. That is not correct. I've seen the original, but I haven't seen the Netflix new one. I've told it was like mechanically fascinating, but not like profitable, unfortunately, which is basically what you could say for most stuff that is made for Netflix these days. All right, pop this there. You mean the ones from the original movie? Yeah. Oh, the original Dark Crystal. Holy fucking shit. I'm not even that much of a fan of like the story of Dark Crystal, but just like the puppeteering work on display is so amazing. It's so good. God. Jim Henson, as an individual, was not a perfect man by any means. Definitely not a perfect father. But the artwork he produced, when he passed away, I was too young to appreciate it, but realizing how early in his life he passed, how young he was, and how much more he could have produced if he had gone on, we lost an amazing artist when he passed away. It was just, oh God. I don't know if you know this about me, chat, but I am a big Muppet fan. I fucking love the Muppets. Holy fucking shit, do I love the Muppets. Kermit the Frog is... I identify with that anxious green amphibian so much, which is kind of funny considering how I am now a VTuber. Puppeteering apparently was just in my lifeblood, and I was gonna do it one way or another. Back when I was in the religious cult that I grew up in. Jesus fucking Christ! Really? Are you sure? RJ! Holy shit! Are you sure you didn't misclick and meant to put 15? You get a Jolly Jangle one way or the other. Thank you so much! Oh, there's the confetti. Thank you! I looked up in real life because the confetti wasn't coming down. Like, hold on, there's supposed to be confetti above me. That's not how any of this works. Holy shit, thank you so much! Oh, that's amazing. I don't even know how to properly, if you did misclick, please DM me and I will send it back. It's fine, but thank you. Holy fuck, that helps so much. Homie, I know how it feels to have car troubles. I just hope it helps. This will help pay for the replacement parts to get our car operational until my big paycheck hits and we can put a down payment on a new vehicle. Thank you so fucking much. This is amazing. This is amazing. I almost feel like I need to do something extra special for that, but I don't know what I can pull off in the moment that would be worth $150. You know what? You get one free wish. Rub the genie lamp. I will dance for you, my friend. Anything within my power, it is yours. Anyway, Muppets. Fucking, when I was back in my my cult days, back when I was a member of a religious cult as a child, I grew up in a Christian cult. We had a puppeteering ministry, which was not as cool as it sounds. It was a bunch of small children doing lip sync with felt puppets to various religious edutainment tracks. Lots of songs about how Jesus loves us. Lots of preaching about how everyone's going to go to hell. But don't worry, Jesus can save you. But here's the thing, right? I fucking loved puppets. So of course I was in the puppet ministry. Of course I took part in that. In hindsight, it was lame as hell, but I fucking loved it. The only problem was that my mother was very inconsistent with taking me to and from the troop practices, so I was kicked out, but it did spawn a forever love of the art. Unfortunate way to get into the art, but hey, if it got you there. Well, the thing is, my love of puppetry, and by extension, Jim Henson, because Sesame Street and Jim Henson Works were some of the few pieces of art that were not, air quotes, of the devil. Jim Henson was very wholesome, you see, and my mother thought he was a strong Christian man. Therefore, I was allowed to watch some of his works. Not all of them, but some of them. So I already had a big love of Jim Henson's stuff, which then transferred over into Tokusatsu, Godzilla, Power Rangers, Super Sentai. My adoration for live action special effects comes directly from that experience in a Christian puppet ministry troupe. I absolutely adore puppets. It's why I love YouTubers like Arlo stuff. I fucking love Arlo. I don't even care if he's wrong about things half the time. I don't even care if this man has shit taste and shit opinions half the time. I would go to war for Arlo if he asked me. If his little blue fuzzy muppety hand reached out and touched my shoulder and said, "Farmer Gata, will you join me in my holy crusade against Paper Mario?" I would say yes. Unrelated to my feelings about Paper Mario, absolutely yes. Let's go burn down Nintendo's headquarters. I have a Molotov cocktail in one hand and yours in the other. I am holding hands with Arlo, and we are going to scream at Nintendo for not, well, they are remastering Thousand Year Door. So we'll just stand outside threateningly to let them know that if it's bad for whatever reason, we will riot. They cannot give us a remaster of Thousand Year Door and then it be shit. That's just not fair. That's just cruel at that point. But I love puppets, and it's partly why I was so fascinated by VTubers when they first became a thing. Because VTubing, especially live 2D, is essentially just full body puppeteering. It's just facial recognition and then performing with that digital puppet. The crossovers are absolutely amazing. I had a conversation with someone in a different group who didn't fully understand the point of VTubers, why they were interesting, why people wanted to watch them. And they were like, I don't really get what they are. It's like anime people and they bop around. At that point, why not use a camera? Why would someone want to be an anime person? And why would you watch an anime person? And I said one simple line. I said, have you ever watched The Muppets? And I watched this person on Discord go, so-and-so is typing, and then stop. So-and-so is typing, and then stop. So-and-so is typing, and then stop. And finally they said, my mind is fucking blown. My mind is fucking blown. I said, yeah, Jim Henson is the streamer, and Kermit the Frog is the model. Except it's entirely digital and you can watch it live on your phone at specific times every single week, doing activities like playing that video game you wanted to get but haven't had the chance to yet. And they're like, I would absolutely watch Kermit the Frog play a video game. And I'm like, yeah. So now you get it. And they're like, I get it. It makes sense now. So yeah. Apparently the official Kermit the Frog has a TikTok, and they're okay. I want to watch Kermit play Cyberpunk, honestly. I hope they find their Kermit. God, that's such a beautiful sentiment on so many levels. But also I hope their Kermit does not find their Piggy, because that relationship is not good. I love Miss Piggy. I do not think they are good for each other. They definitely keep circling around each other. They're going to be each other's lives regardless. I don't think romantically they deserve each other. Kermit playing World of Horror would be a treat. You want to know who I want to watch be VTubers? Right? Not Statler and Waldorf. I do not want to watch Statler and Waldorf be VTubers. I want Statler and Waldorf to be mods. I want Statler and Waldorf to be in chat fucking blazing the shit out of the streamers that they are working for. That's what I want. But no, the VTubers I want to see is fucking Gonzo and Rizzo. I want Gonzo and Rizzo VTubers yesterday. They, as a pair act, they need to be on Twitch yesterday. They need to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Absolutely, I need that to happen. Please, God, please. Don't get me started on World of Horror. Oh my God, the streams are crossing. No, wait, is it World of Horror or World of Darkness that, Neb, you're super into? I think Neb was hacking World of Darkness to be a Digimon-based game at one point. Am I misremembering that? I don't fully understand what it is in the first place. I just kind of smiled and nodded the entire time. So, World of Horror. Okay, all right, okay, all right. Then what's World of Darkness? Is World of Darkness related to World of Horror, or is it something else entirely? No, it wasn't you. Someone was posting about that. World of Darkness is Vampire the Masquerade. World of Horror is the video games. Okay. All right. What was it? What was it that I... Oh, I remember. It wasn't until a week after Elden Ring was released that I learned that it wasn't a game in the Elder Scrolls series. I had no context for either. Oh, Sono Mikan apparently is having a problem joining the game. Hold on. Let me check real quick and make sure that they're doing all right. Hold on. Yes. My beautiful wife has visited me and said, can you do something around the house for me? And I said, yes, but I'm actively streaming. What is it? I can do it during the lunch break or end early to handle it. If it's important enough, then yeah, no, I'll stop stream. So, also, Sono, is Sono gonna stick around? Sono, you good? Let me message them privately just to make sure. All right, go into the group chat. Tag Sono. Sono, you good? Just to make sure they're okay. Let's see. Nebula says, I am like a Beyblade waiting to be ripped at all times. And Gotta Stream is not the proper stadium. Well, okay. All right, that's fine. If I had any context for what you were talking about, I would say please go off. But unfortunately, I do not. So while you definitely could use this platform as your TED Talk, I would much rather you hold off to your own Minecraft stream. Thank you. If only so that I actually know what I'm fucking talking about when I respond to you. Let me just double check that Sono is good. Let me do... You good, Sono? I saw you logging in and out and wanted to make sure.
Papa, I'm feeling funny.
Oh?
Funny haha, not funny 911.
Oh, good. That's good.
Why don't chickens like chefs?
I don't know. Why don't they like chefs?
They're known for beating eggs.
Henbert. Henbert, please. Henbert, please. But yes, Sheila, please do send that to me. Apparently, VTM is having a time right now. Like, Vampire, and by extension, Werewolf, has always had a very questionable relationship to indigenous peoples in how they portray various parts of their lore. The world they've created does not leave a lot of room for, like, the people who were here in America before everything. It's very focused on European folklore. So when they did start adding in some more native influences, it got a little iffy. But part of that, for a lot of people, was like, yeah, it was the 90s. So you kind of have to just like kind of expect that, but not like that doesn't excuse it. But it's like, yeah, no, this is clearly a dated product, and everyone knows that. Well, they're apparently working on a new version, and things are not going well. I don't know enough about Vampire to like have a stake, stake, vampires, you get it, in the argument. But apparently the team who currently has the rights and is making the new game have consistently not been great when anyone who is actually native tries to speak out about the changes they want to make and add into the new version of the game. So, that's a company I will not be supporting, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because Vampire is one of those things where, like, it's historically important to the RPG scene, and I feel like I should know more about it on that facet alone. Like, as much as I dislike D&D, I still know as much as I can about it due to how influential it was on the industry that I, air quotes, work in. I haven't produced anything in years now, like a year now. So it's kind of dicey for me to say, like, I'm a member of the industry. No, I have a lemonade stand, and the lemonade hasn't been refilled in ages. I'm basically just sitting there at the stand like, don't worry, I'm part of you kids. World of Darkness stuff is dicey when it comes to the indigenous folks. V5 has dropped the ball pretty hard. Yeah. And I'm not gonna like relitigate or like list all the shit they did, because that's just fucked up. And I don't have a stake in the argument. I am very white. I just know that when I hear native people say, hey, this sucks, I go, you know what? Then I don't want to give them my money. Thanks for warning me. I appreciate that. I will not support them. Hey, fuckers, be better. Do better. I want to give you money for things. Don't be a shit about it. I was gonna say something else. Oh, in positive TTRPG news, because I have been making a point to include positive stuff along whenever I bring up the negative, and it has completely helped my worldview specifically. I managed to get the Oz book. Do y'all remember when I reviewed the Neverland setting, which is supposedly system agnostic, but is very clearly meant for 5e? That author, went on to do a similar product for the Wonderful World of Oz. And I was very excited to get a hold of it back when it was first like coming out, and I finally got a copy. Amazon was selling it. It's a hardcover book with hundreds of pages for all of 16 American dollars, which is absolutely fucking wild. I already got the Neverland book for like 20, which was a steal in its own, but I got this for next to nothing. Next to fucking nothing. I haven't really started reading it yet, but I do want to do something with it. It's the first TTRPG book that I have gotten in a while, so I'm very excited about it. What really gets me interested is the fact that the artist restyled Oz to have sort of a 1930s electropunk feel to it, which is an art style that I don't really see used a whole lot in the TTRPG space. So even though the game itself is visibly based around 5e in terms of the mechanics and the details that are in the book, the fact that like all of the reference images have a very specific aesthetic that is rare in the scene means that any game you play in it is going to feel unique, and I am very interested to see. That's not far off from what Oz was like in the original books. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. However, we all know that like the MGM Wizard of Oz, which had a more generic fantasy feel to it, you know, despite it all, tends to be what people think of when they think of Oz. Neverland was a very good adaptation and expansion of the original J.M. Barrie books, but it did still feel like what we expect Neverland and Peter Pan to be based on the media we've seen around it. Wizard of Oz has not had so accurate an adaptation, I don't think, as Peter got. which isn't bad one way or the other. The original movie is still fantastic. Wicked is still pretty damn good. I love Wicked, honestly. But it's just nice. It's just nice. Also, don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure that the artist made Dorothy black in this book. And I'm all for that. Fuck yes. Fuck yes, give it to me. I'm trying to think what else. I actually have... Hey, Seth, is that you? Seth? Okay, thank God. I heard all that rustling. I was like, what the fuck did Meatloaf get into? He has not yet... Okay, Meatloaf has not yet learned how to open the refrigerator. So we are safe. We are safe for now. It'll happen someday. But for now. For now. I have a number of TTRPG projects that are, like, on the way. They're in various states of, like, Kickstarter funding. So, you know, I did put in money for Gubat Banwa, which I think is how it's pronounced. And I am so fucking stoked to have a physical copy of that game. Oh my god. I supported... Oh, what's the name of it? Yes, right? Right? Oh, I'm so excited for that. You know what? Let me pull up my phone. Let me stop what I am doing. Let's see here. Meet God and kill him. Yes, I will do all of those things. I love you. That's my wife, not you, chat. You guys are just okay. You guys are just okay. Let me see what I have backed real quick. I get emails sometime whenever you support someone on Patreon. I do? Whenever I support someone on Patreon? Why do you get emails? Huh? Huh? What does that mean? Why? I don't understand. Oh, that's right. I did back Duckborg. Because you support me, you see when... Uh-oh. Well... Interesting. I am also increasingly excited for Deathmatch Island. I have not backed Deathmatch Island. Let's see here. I have backed Fledgewitch, which is a Japanese TTRPG, which is being translated by the same people who did Conscript, something, the Kamen Rider one, the action adventure game. I have backed Windwraith for Old School Essentials, which is a fun adventure. I'm excited for that. I have both Break and Geologist Primer coming. Inevitable, the doomed Arthurian Western RPG, is in the works. Duckborg, of course. And then I also backed a product called An Infinity of Ships, which is a science fiction project, which is basically a bunch of roll tables to make really neat-looking sci-fi spaceships. But also they have, like, art for individual, like, pieces and individual, like specific ships, and the artwork is really, really good. I don't do a whole lot of sci-fi games, but I do own multiple copies of CU Space Cowboy, so at some point I will be running a game of that, and I will need some ship inspirations. Also, and I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this yet, but I have been tapped as an adventure writer for a new CU Space Cowboy product that may be aimed at Kickstarter early 2024. So I have been tapped for that. I don't have any ideas yet, but I am on the list. I'm on the short list of people who are going to be part of it. So I am excited. I'm excited. So getting a project, getting a game book that is specifically around sci-fi stuff is like, okay, I got to spend a little more time in this headspace. I got to spend a smidge more time in this headspace, if at all possible. All right, let me... This is a hell of a drop. We're almost halfway, everyone. We are so close to being halfway. So close. No, my first thought was, did I support any sex workers via Patreon? Did my Patreon supporters get blasted with the names and faces of the people who I have paid money to see naked. And I was thought about like, no, I don't think so. I think the sex workers that I've been supporting are on different channels. So I think that's fine. But now that I know that, I will need to be a little more careful. There's nothing wrong with supporting sex workers. However, I do have a bit of a family-friendly vibe. I do not want to accidentally link porn to people who support Farmergata. Like that's not part of the Farmergata experience, you know? If it ever does become part of the Farmergata experience, you will all be warned well ahead of time. But at the moment, that is not something that I anticipated my audience knowing about me as a person. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Let's do this side. So a lot of stuff is in the works. I will be receiving, hopefully, a whole bunch of physical books fairly soon. I do not know where Geologist Primer is in the production line, but I do know that Break hopefully should be reaching me before Christmas. I'm very excited to get a hold of Break. I'm the kind of guy who refuses to review or read a product he's bought until he has it in his hands. So even though I have full access to the PDFs for most of these works, I refuse to download them. I refuse to open them. I bought a physical book, and I want my first experience to be opening that physical book. That's how I feel about it. That's why I haven't gotten Oz Digital yet until I got the book, because I knew it was physical, and I knew that I wanted to be able to experience it as a physical book in my hand. So, there's that. There is that. In LEGO news, I'm waiting for the new expansion of Fabula Ultima to be released in Dead Tree Edition, which should be for the end of the month. Fabula Ultima is a game that I read digitally, specifically because a friend of mine was going crazy on it, and I want to know what the fuss was about, but also because at the time, the English edition was unable to be sold, able to be bought. There was an English edition, but it was not able to be bought at that time. They had to do another print run. So I'm like, I'm never gonna get a physical copy of this in a timely manner, so I might as well read it. I'm pretty okay with Fabula Ultima, right? Like if I ever wanted like a D&D-esque battle TTRPG experience, I think I would rather play Fabula Ultima over any of the other Heartbreakers that are out there. I mean, once Break comes out, and I've read Break, that may change. Break may then be the fantasy Heartbreaker of choice for your old pal Gata here. But Fabula Ultima looks pretty fucking solid. And I also love the fact that due to the nature of its development, it comes pre-established with a certain kind of vibe, right? Like with D&D, it's done so many different genres that people who are fans of D&D tend to have different ideas of what the adventure they're playing is going to be, which is where safety tools and like session zeros are very important. But with a game like Fabula Ultima, even though it can be a very like any genre you want, the fact that like the entire game is based around, hey, do you like Final Fantasy? Whatever you imagine Final Fantasy to be, that's the vibe going into this. Hey, are you a Final Fantasy 14 player? Yeah, no. This is the game for you. Or at least it was until they announced there's going to be a Final Fantasy 14 TTRPG from Square. But that's an issue for another rant. I just really like how, even though it can be, and it entices you to be a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, so that includes the Farmergata bot. Interesting. I do worry if it will blast all of the Biku bot stuff as well. Uh-oh. I may need to edit that. But that's a problem for future Gata, not this one. I just like how, like, the vibe is there without them needing to say it, just because of how specific the cultural references for the game are. It is an adaptation of the Western fantasy genre after years of telephoning through Japanese culture then back through English culture, then through Italian culture, and then back into English. Just fucking amazing. Just fucking amazing. I don't have words for it. So I'm excited for that. I don't have like a physical copy on tap, but it is on my short list of games to buy. For all that matters, right? Yeah, sure, gotta. Also, I think I mentioned this, but I did buy a copy of Duckborg. I do not own Morkborg. I have read Morkborg and decided that it is not for me. From a design standpoint, it fascinates me and I like it. But if someone said, hey, would you play a game of Morkborg with me? Unless it was like for an event or like a stream thing, I probably would say, nah, thanks, but no thanks. Duckborg, on the other hand, is just like it's the same fucking game essentially with a different twist to it. In fact, it's based on like DuckTales, but that twist alone is like, I need a physical copy of this. I need to own this with my own two hands, just as like an art piece. And so I have that coming, and I am very excited. Also, you guys want to hear some wild shit, okay? So Kickstarter is very hit and miss when it comes to fulfillment sometimes. There have been some pretty high-profile cases where something has been funded and then development takes over and they either use up the money or they run off with the money, or for whatever reason, what was promised doesn't get delivered. Kickstarter is not a store. It is a crowdfunding platform. There's no guarantees that it will actually come to fruition, and you have to accept that. I experienced my first instance of not getting what I paid for with a game back when I was still interested in D&D. So I'm talking about years ago at this point. In that window of time when I first started being really focused on D&D to when I learned to hate D&D, I was back kickstarting 5e products, some of which are still coming, but some of which have yet to show up. One of them was it was like Pixin or Pixie or Hexen or something like that. It was a 5e setting and adventure guide for a world based on like Tinkerbell-esque fairies. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And at that point in time, I had never run a hex crawl. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll include this in my then running. This is like at the beginning of the pandemic, mind you. 5e game as sort of like a little side adventure, a little pixie-based hex crawl. Well, it funded, and I gave them my money, and then it went radio silence for like 2 years. 3 years, actually. 2.5 years. And I kept looking at it, and there were no updates, and there were comments saying, hey, is this coming? Hey, do you have updates? I'm pretty sure it's dead, guys. And I accepted that, yeah, no, I wasn't getting this book. It was just dead quiet. Imagine my fucking surprise when someone who was not the project runner posts an update and says, long story short, I am responsible for fulfilling this project and taking control of this air quote company's assets going forwards. The book's almost done, and we have the money to get you all your shit. Thank you for being patient. I will give you regular updates now. And I was like, holy shit, are you serious? Oh my god. So I don't know the details. They haven't been too forthcoming. Apparently there was some serious mental health stuff going on. Gotta? Yes. Can I help you, Rocky? What have I done? What's happening? Why is water trying to burst out of your cube? It's raining. It's raining, and in order to make rain fucking visible to still work in, I have a mod that replaces all the rain effects with particle effects. So rain, sandstorm, heavy winds. It's lightly raining, you see. Oh, thank the cube. Yeah, no, it's not flooding. Don't worry, it's fine. Me standing in like ankle deep water, continuing to build, going, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, was it thundering actually? Oh, I can sleep through this. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, geez. Goodbye. Ah. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, help. Oh, me. Oh, my. Get to a bed, 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 get to a bed. Okay. All right. Indeed. Does the rain clear up? The clouds are clearing up. Oh, look at that. It's a bright and sunny day. Sorry for flashbanging everyone. That's supposed to be a square. Why is it not a square right now? The moon was a square. Hey, why isn't that a square right now? Oh no, it is a square. It's just for whatever reason, it's super blurry. So I can see the edge of it right there. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's working as intended. Thank God. I do have a bunch of zombies in my staircase. Oh. Ha-ha! Gotta love that early 2010s movie bloom. But yeah, no. So apparently there was like some significant mental health issues around the previous, like, air quotes, owner of the group. And now that, like, other people are, like, wanting to do projects with them, they have handed the reins over to someone to handle fulfillment. And I respect that. They could have absolutely just ditched whoever was, air quotes, responsible and then started a brand new studio, because let's be honest with ourselves, no one except for people who are super entrenched in indie art TTRPG culture recognize first names. Like, they absolutely could have restarted, especially since Twitter, TTRPG Twitter got big and then imploded in the time between that Kickstarter and the reins being handed over. They could have just, like, cut their losses and moved on with their lives, but no, they're like, no, we have the funds to make the books. We're going to get you your shit. Thank you for your patience, and we're going to be transparent with you from now on. So you know what? Good on them. So apparently that's fucking coming. So, huzzah. I'm going to be getting like 12 different hardcover TTRPG books in the mail at once. And my wife is going to look at me like, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, I promise you this money was spent in 2021. I promise you. I had a similar experience with For the Honor. While it's now back on track, it might have been superseded in the meantime by Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Is For the Honor still not have a physical release yet? Thirsty Sword Lesbians absolutely came out and took up all the airspace that For the Honor was benefiting from previously. And then I imagine that, what is it called? By Moonlight? By Moonlight is the current one that everyone's focusing on. Although I think Thirsty Sword Lesbians just has a lot of staying power. I still see a lot of hype around Thirsty Sword Lesbians specifically, despite other games in its vein kind of coming and going in the zeitgeist, as it were. The games themselves, of course, are not bad, but when it comes to indie TTRPGs, hype is like the fuel that makes the machine run. Or maybe it's just the people who I personally follow, now that the universal storefront of Twitter is no more. I have moved over to Blue Sky, and I'm enjoying Blue Sky so much. I'm enjoying Blue Sky so fucking much. It's a good time. It's a good time. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I just wish they would have video so I can show people how funny I am. I have so many funny things to say, and I cannot put them all into a tweet. Thank you very much. Boop. All right. This is my last stack. We are so close. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. We are 5 layers away from the middle of the fucking cube. The middle of the cube. Now let me just check my... Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. For the Honors 1.0 text has been technically done for a while, but its art and layout was in production hell due to the creator going silent. They're back now. Thirsty Sword Lesbians and Girl by Moonlight can coexist, I think. It's Powered by the Apocalypse versus Blades in the Dark, which both styles already share a lot of good DNA. I don't think one is going to supersede the other, but I do feel that Girl by Moonlight, at least currently, has all the hype, whereas Thirsty Sword Lesbians has a remarkable amount of staying power. You gotta respect it for that. You gotta respect it for that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else coming out in like the near-ish future that I was excited about. 100% I love both. Let me think. There was something else that I was like, let me know the moment it's available, but I can't think of it now. I cannot think of it now. Oh well. It's fine. It'll come to me after stream. Production on my stuff, as we are talking about TTRPG, so I must shill, has once again come to kind of a standstill. I do have Lego content in the works, believe it or not. I think I want to take a whack at doing YouTube video style essays on a very specific topic that I am interested in. Definitely not something that I could do live on stream properly, but may still do some live stream adjacent content. I am waiting on an individual who I have commissioned to make, how do I word this? So there are multiple ways to put a design onto a piece of Lego, and one of them is called water slide decals, where it's a specific... Hey, Sam Knight! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you! Thank you so much. Welcome in. How are you today? We are on the Haycraft server, building the cube, and just talking about things. If I were not playing Minecraft, this would be a just chatting stream, essentially. That's what we're doing. That's the vibe we got going here today. That's the vibe we got going. But no, so one of the methods, if you don't have access to a pad printer or a UV printer, which I have neither, where it like laser etches the paint or whatever directly onto the piece of plastic, they have water slide decals, which is a unique piece of paper that you can print onto with regular ink, and then you can wet it and slide it onto the plastic and use forceps to like make sure it's in the right spot, and it wraps around it perfectly. And when it dries, it'll be bonded to the plastic in a way that is remarkably similar. I mean, there's still some tells, but it's remarkably similar to pad printing. I know that a lot of like Clone Wars Troopers customizers use water slide decals. A lot of custom Lego websites just sell the water slide decals to go onto blank Clone Trooper helmets. And it looks pretty damn good at the end. So I have commissioned someone to make a graphic for my Farmer Gata Lego model, in order to have a physical Farmer Gata to use for shooting Lego-based video, which should be pretty cool. What am I building? We are building the cube. This is a 64 by 64 cube of pure cobblestone, and that right there is about the halfway point. And once we have completed the cube, we shall create a cult surrounding the worship of the cube. We're going to have lava pits and fireworks. We're going to have a sacrificial altar. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun. And we're all going to have a good time. Nice. Yes, nice. So that's in the works. I already have like all the pieces. I have the physical model put together. The only thing I'm missing is some reddish brown hollow studs to put around Farmer Gada's wrist to make the cuffs for his gloves. And then once I have the prints for the torso and the face, then I will be ready to go. I'll be ready to go. That auction that I mentioned that I won on eBay earlier was also stuff for that. What I want to cover very specifically is the 2000 LEGO Castle sub-theme Knight's Kingdom. Not the 2006 LEGO Castle theme Knight's Kingdom, which is colloquially known as Knight's Kingdom 2. They have the same name and have nothing to do with each other just because they wanted to make things confusing, I guess. But no, I want to review the 2000 era Knight's Kingdom sets, which was my first LEGO Castle set ever as a child. It's also the one that everyone regularly shits on. I won't say it's the worst one, but it's pretty not good. But I love it, so I want to do a small video series reviewing each set individually and talking about why I think it's cool. That's my plan. That's my plan. The problem is, if I start doing like medieval LEGO content, then that's going to want me to get back into like fantasy content, which all roads lead back to 5th edition somehow, which will lead me to making content that somebody will be like, oh, kind of like D&D 5e. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's great. You know what? While I was out there, I should have grabbed more cobble, but I didn't. So I'm just going to have to live with the choices. I'm just going to have to live with my own decisions. Okay, gotta calm, relax. All right, I'm calm. I'm calm. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I am cool as a cucumber. Can I help you? Cube? Cube! Cube! All hail the cube! That's the halfway point, Ren. I've been doing this since July. We're halfway there. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it! I swear, I'm not crazy. We're going to make it. Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like this could be automated. It's not the same. It's not the same. If I automate the cube, it'll be like quitting. And I am not a quitter, Ren. I am not a quitter. I am not a quitter. Mama didn't raise no bitch. She raised an anxious mess with religious trauma and intimacy issues. But she did not raise a quitter. The chat GPT of cubes then? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't you bring that AI bullshit into my house. Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you speak of such things in my beautiful Christian Minecraft server? Let me put... Oh!
Look what the cat dragged in. It's Tony Morgan. I hope you like the smell of hay.
Hi, Tegan. I returned from meetings for 30 minutes. Welcome, Tegan. Welcome to my meat lair. And then I have more meetings. No! Are they at least good meetings? Could they be ew gross? Ew gross what? Ew gross what? Oh, they're meetings. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I understand. I get it. All right. Lol. Lol indeed. Lol indeedly do. Lol indeedly do. You would think that after 2 weeks of not doing this, that I would have more things to say. I don't know what your meat lair is, but I don't want to be there. It's, I keep referencing Why did my car break? It's a long story, Tegan. It's a comedic story. It's the kind of story that could only really happen to Gata. And you know what? It's one that I think I'll have to... Great, you have 30 minutes. Okay, well, okay. I'll tell the story again. Does anyone in chat object to me saying the same thing twice in the same stream? Or are we good? Are we good for Gata's very bad no good day take 2? Because I'll tell it to you. I'll do it. Because it starts with a very good day. It starts with everything coming up Gata, and then everything very quickly no longer coming up Gata within like a 24-hour time span. So I have a new job, and new job paycheck has been hitting. I love hearing Gata's misfortune because it's always very anime somehow. This absolutely... Okay, hold on. You know what? No, I'm not going to repeat this. I'm going to tell... I don't understand how it happens to you. All right, Tegan, let me be very honest with you, okay? And this is something that most people who are in chat right now will understand. When you are a streamer, you have to exaggerate some of your stories because you have to be entertaining. You have to push the envelope a bit. You have to rearrange some facts so that there is an audible punchline that the audience will react to, right? Because like, even when you think something is funny, your life is never written like a perfectly crafted joke, okay? So sometimes you have to withhold specific pieces of information. Only if your life is boring, it couldn't be you gotta... That's what I'm fucking saying. Some of the nonsense that happens in my life is like God says, hey, this funny man is a VTuber. Let's make some bullshit happen to him so he can tell all of his audience about it on stream. This is like, I'm going to cause this man misfortune explicitly so he can then turn around and use it as a fucking stand-up comedy routine and not have to embellish anything. It's fucking wild. In high school, I was actually called a cartoon character. A lot of people like said the way you walk and the way you move and the way you have facial expression, the way you emote and talk, it's like you are a Looney Tunes character. Now, in hindsight, that was the autism and me over-exaggerating things because I had not yet learned to properly emote, so I was overdoing it. However, it has become a recurring trend that my life is a Bugs and Daffy skit, and I'm just along for the fucking ride. Okay, so let me tell you. I'm gonna say that I put this in text on the Impossible Coins Splatoon Saturday a week or so back, but I'm gonna tell this story live now. All right. So I have a new job, right? I have a new job, and it's full of people who are interested in me. There's a lot of downtime. Thank you for the veg. There's a lot of downtime. And as a result, there's a lot of time where we're just standing around and talking. And one of my coworkers, who is, I wouldn't call her elderly, but she's an older woman, at least comparatively speaking to me. I want to say she's like in her 60s. Is 60s elderly? I used to work with people who were at like the end of their life. So for me, senior and elderly have like very different connotations. But she's like in her 60s at this point. And she's a big gossip, but not like in like a mean way. She just wants to know everything about everyone, and she'll keep secrets. She knows not to say things, but she'll still know everything there is to know. 68 plus is elderly. Senior. Senior is someone older than you. So she is my senior. I don't know if you would call her a senior citizen. Oh, I love her so much. She's so funny. She's a sassy gossip too. So not only does she know everything, she has opinions on everything. Bless her fucking heart. I love her so much. So I'm a new person, so she needs to know my entire life story immediately. She can't not know. I want to be her, give me the hot goss. Well, so during our downtime, she's asking me all these personal questions. And because I am a bitch who loves attention, which you may have noticed considering I'm a VTuber, I of course don't hold anything back. I'm like, no, you're gonna know all about this. So she's learned all about my wife. She knows all about the job I just left. She knows about the deep lore about the house fire, all of this shit, okay? So she's asking questions during a downtime. And one of the questions she asks is, when is your wife's birthday? people who are regulars of the channel already know that this is a loaded question for me specifically. I answer immediately and confidently Sonic, hold on, I said the same word. I say immediately and confidently, July 21st. No, wait, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. My manager, who is in another room, starts laughing uproariously. Just immediately starts losing their shit. I look back in the window that separate. Oh, hold up. One moment, everyone. Guys. Hey. Meatloaf. Choopy, it's okay. It's okay. Safe. Come on. Safe space today. Let's put you in your safe room where there's plenty of water. It's okay, chat. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. So, to interrupt a story that is interrupting a story, my dog Choopy is mostly blind, and the cats don't like him. Most times when they smack at him to make him leave them alone, he knows they're there, so he'll give them a little bark and then dip. But apparently Meatloaf surprised him from his blind spot, so he was panicking because he didn't know what hit him. The air smacked him in the butt, and then Meatloaf, of course, hopped up out of his range of vision. Yes, no. Choopy is fine. He is in his room now, away from the cats, where there is water and blankets to sleep on, and it is dark and comfy, so he'll be fine. He's gonna calm down in there. But yes, no. So, immediately, my coworker asked, when is your wife's birthday? And I immediately and confidently say, July 21st. No, wait, that's Sonic the Hedgehog. No pause. Immediately, I realized my fucking mistake. My manager starts laughing their fucking head off. I should not be able to hear them laughing that loud from the distance that they are from where I'm standing. I walk back to the window that separates one room from the other. Have a good night, Sam Knight. Thank you for popping by. And I see my manager sitting in their chair, literally doubled over, red-faced from laughter. Okay? They are fucking losing their shit. They cannot breathe. Their face is scrunched up. I would be worried for their health if I did not know what exactly they were laughing about. It is the heaviest laugh this individual has given in their entire life. And it goes on for a solid 60 seconds. Like, longer than is permissible. I'm not even exaggerating with the time. A solid minute goes by and they are still laughing. They are gasping for breath. Me and my coworker are standing at our stations silently. We have said nothing to each other while my manager loses their shit behind us. Finally, the laughter calms down and I take a deep breath. And then from further back into the building, we hear equally loud laughter from the other manager. And then the first manager starts laughing again. The pause in the laughter was when manager 2 comes in and says, what's going on? Manager 1 passes on the information, and then both of them start losing their minds. Through 2 walls, I can hear them laughing. And while their laughs are echoing around me, and I'm standing there dying on the inside, my elderly senior coworker then chooses to lean over and whisper to me, what is a Sonic the Hedgehog? You can't write this
emotional damage.
You can't write this shit. If someone put that in a comedy sketch on television, I'd say it was overdoing it. And that happened to me. You want to know the worst part, chat? You want to know the worst part? Do you know who my manager is? Ginger fucking Vixen, who comes to these streams. Ginger Vixen. I will never escape this. I will and the manager was Roger Craig. No, it's not fucking Roger Craig. Jesus Christ. I will never outlive this. So there wasn't even the option of just choosing to never think about it and just go my life never telling anybody this. Shit has happened to me that I will never tell a living soul, guys. There are things that I will take to my grave. I don't even have the choice to choose that option for this one. What is a Sonic the Hedgehog? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. So yeah, no, cartoonish shit happens to me on a regular fucking time frame. So why is the car broke? You're gonna have to burn down the office and move to Manitoba under an assumed name. I'm going to have to grow a mustache and become a donkey polisher. That's where I am at. I am going to have to move to Ethiopia and become a professional donkey polisher for a living. So why is the car broke? Well, let me tell you about my very good, amazing day, which was immediately followed by Gada's no good, very bad day. Okay? So I have a new job, and new job pays more than old job, and I did not realize how much more new job pays compared to old job until the check started hitting, and I started realizing how much my budget expanded per month. Like, I was thinking like in a per hour range with tip share on top of that, and I was like, you know, that's doable, that's fine. But then the checks actually start hitting, and I'm paying the bills and realizing, oh hey, we have money. Like, not a lot of money, but like, we have fun money for the first time in a very long time. So, I am on eBay looking at Lego prices as I do. I go window shopping for Lego to scratch the itch, even though I can very rarely have the money to actually buy anything. So I made the mistake of being on eBay and seeing one of my favorite sets from my childhood on there from the year of our Lord 2000 for a decent price. So I'm like, I could afford this, but it's also more money than I normally spend on Lego in one sitting, so I need my wife's permission. So I message my wife, and I say, hey, can I put $150 down as an offer on this vintage Lego set? Because anything from the 90s and the early 2000s is officially vintage. Fuck everything, I'm old. And my wife says, yeah, you're in charge of the finances. If we have that money, then we can do that. I trust you. But it was in the tone where she, like, visibly, like even though it was over text, I was like, oh, she is, like, trying very hard to be supportive and trust her husband who controls the family finances, but also she knows that her autistic husband has Lego as a hyperfixation, so this could actually be a bad idea, but she is choosing to trust me because she loves me. So which is valid, which is all valid and fine. So I say, no, honey, look, listen, this is how much money is in our bank account. Oh, thank you. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate. Let me get my hydro flask. Delicious. Thank you. Thank you so much. 30-second ad. Fuck. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'll wait till Tegan's back. So the guy says, I was talking to the duck. Everyone laughed at my joke, so Tegan thinks they missed out on something. Darn, Tegan, you missed out on my amazing punchline. Okay, so my wife is unsure if this is actually a trademark good idea or if she is enabling me. James, go ahead and put it in hoedown, I think. Go ahead and put it in hoedown. No, you didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. Tegan, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. Ren gifted the sub. They've done 7 subs in total. Thank you so much. Thank thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God, we have so much veg. Why is there so much veg? There should not be this much veg. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, it's still going. It's still going. We still have a bunch of veg. We still have a bunch of veg. I'm trying, Gata, to prevent your mod from being on an ad break. True.
Hey there, James_Dusk. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Hi, James. Welcome to the stream. We are, questionably, playing Minecraft, but we're also being vegged to shit, so I don't know. Oh my God, that's so much veg. Look at all the veg. Look at all them chickens. It's still going. Okay. I think we reached the end of it for now. We're good. Indeed, Lul. Indeed. So I say to my wife, look, honey, we have paid all the bills for the month. The next thing we have to pay is our mortgage payment, and we have a big paycheck before then, right? So this is the money we have. All of our credit card bills are paid. Like, everything is taken care of. And she says, oh, well, in that case, yes. By all means, put $150 down on a Lego set, but also buy me something nice. And I said, fucking bet. A mortgage is what they call it when you're paying off a house. So when you buy a house, you generally don't have all the money. It's rent for rich people? No, hold on. I'm not, to be entirely honest, we were just very, very lucky. During the pandemic, we got the Biden checks on top of retaining our jobs. So we were able to have a down payment on a place right before the housing market in Florida fucking exploded. We were very, very, very lucky. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. In Zekia, we call it Nahem. Are your J's also Hach, as in Spanish? I don't actually know how to pronounce those words in particular. Now, you see, typing it out again does not help me know how to pronounce it any better. Man, one more time. Oh, the Czech Republic. So it's Czechia? Czech. Okay. Yeah, okay. The Z got to me. I apologize. I'm a dumb American. Czechia. Okay. All right. I am a very dumb American. To finish my story for Tegan, who's probably had to go out to her meetings already. I'm very sorry, Tegan. So I put down the money on this eBay auction. I don't win it. However, I do then manage to win a $100 auction for the same set that's not 100% complete, but the pieces that are missing I can get for less than $50. So I was like, fuck yeah, I spent less than I told my wife I would spend. Everything is coming up Gata. And immediately following it, everything went to shit. That morning, that Saturday, was my 7th wedding anniversary, but we both worked, so we couldn't spend it together. I said, don't worry, honey. My schedule says that I don't work until 3 p.m. on Sunday, meaning that we can use our fun money to go have a day out on the town, and then you'll just drop me off at work while we're out. And, oh, this is the triple booking situation? Yes, it fucking is. I had a meeting scheduled that day and forgot about it. When I agreed to that meeting, it was under the mindset of, oh, that's the day after my anniversary. It's fine. I don't have anything planned for that Sunday. Right? So then I planned for my wedding anniversary for that Sunday. We go out on the town. We buy a bunch of Halloween candy. I got her a giant Bulbasaur plushie. We went to Ross. We went to Marshall's. And the plan was we were going to go to the Italian restaurant that she loves, a local Italian place, for our anniversary meal. We spent hours just going from store to store to store. We got a whole bunch of snacks. We got a whole bunch of goodies. It was great. We were having the time of our fucking lives. And finally we say, damn, we are starving. Let's go have that meal. At this point, it is 12:23. 12:23. I know this because the fear that clutched my heart when I read the text from my manager at 12:23 as we are en route to the Italian place where we're going to have our anniversary meal together on this cute romantic date is, hey, you know you were supposed to be here at noon, right? I did not know that I was supposed to be there at noon. I fucking panicked. Now, luckily, because the plan was always that I get dropped off at the end of the date because I work air quotes at 3. I had my uniform and everything with me. So we rushed me to work. I'm anxious as hell. It's my first time being late at this job, and I don't know what to expect. It was a mistake entirely on my part, and I was like really upset about it. In the end, they were like, fine. They're like, it's your first time being late. It was an obvious mess up. You thought that you worked 3 to 10 on this Sunday and 12 to 8 next Sunday. Like, as long as it doesn't become like a habit, like we're not gonna get after you on it. It was okay. But I was still like already frazzled and scrambled and like, no, I'm a bad worker and all this other shit. I have not eaten anything all day. So I say to myself, well, it'll be fine. I have cereal bars in my backpack. Once business gets slow, I'll jump back to the break room, scarf down some cereal bars, and that'll tide me over until I get out at 8. Tegan, it was the busiest day I have ever experienced at that location. I was absolutely fried. I was brain dead. It was so loud, and there were hundreds of people. There were so many people the entire day. It was a big event for the business, which I will not tell because that would kind of dox me a little bit. So I'm not going to share what I do. So it was the busiest fucking day. The busiest fucking day I've ever experienced. I almost go nonverbal. Like, my autistic ass almost shuts down. That's how bad it was. I have never been so brain fried as to reach a point where communicating is difficult. You know me. I love to talk. It was bad. Hi, Aya! Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you. You get a jolly jangle of the cheer bell. Thank you! Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome in. So I was like an centimeter away from having a full mental breakdown. I fucked up my anniversary dinner. I fucked up this important meeting. I fucked up my job. I mean, I didn't fuck up my job, actually. I was told afterward that I kicked ass and took names and that everyone was impressed with how well I handled it because it was a bad day for everyone and I didn't make any mistakes. But it was a problem to the point that Ginger Vixen looked me in the eyes and said, I will buy you sushi. And I said, oh no, you don't have to do that. And Ginger Vixen says, no, Gata, I am buying you sushi. Do you want a Sprite? And I, trying not to cry, said, yes, I would like a Sprite, please. So I got sushi. I survive the shift. I clock out. My beautiful wife picks me up in the car. I eat that entire sushi roll despondently on the drive back. And my beautiful wife says, you had a very bad day. And I think you need Zaxby's. And I said, I would love Zaxby's. The Italian restaurant is closed, so we can't go there. But yeah, let's get Zaxby's for a romantic dinner, and then we'll go home, we'll cuddle and go to sleep. So we're in the drive-through line. The story's not over yet. We're at the drive-through line of Zaxby's, right? We have ordered, and we are waiting in line for our fucking food. And the car starts shaking. It's not consistent shaking, and it's not enough to like really rattle the vehicle, but it starts Why am I here? Why am I here? What is happening? I have phased through the floor? I'm in the basement? Huh? What is going on? Oh, I don't even have connection. Oh, wait. I think my internet is shit. Oh, yeah, no, my internet is shitting itself.